but they still have a 2-1 advantage to work with. Again, no one running anything unconventional. Mikey's going to be your bomb carrier. Nope, Turnip's going to elect to take it, and they're going to go right for this A push, and we're going to elect to stay on board with him because why not see how these bomb players react to that initial engagement coming from that top window. He knows exactly what's going on, but Mikey's going to get aggressive immediately, tries to hunt for the kills, not able to find it in his weak and has to back up. And that's a problem because once he's at mid-map, they give away their initial presence. Then you have to watch the pinch come in, and this is exactly where the man advantage starts to play out. A 4-on-3 situation for the side of Iron Eagle as one player dips out of dodge. That's going to be Robbie, and he's going to get pushed from behind. A great use of the stun to clean up that final kill, and now a 2-on-4 man advantage for the side. Basically a buy, and they have basically a big problem going down on that bomb site because they have 4 players they've got to worry about, but they're not going to be able to close out any of them. And Astro's getting dangerously close to those streaks, and he's going to earn it with this defuse. So information for the side of basically a buy, absolutely. But how do they respond to that information? Well, you can start finding kills. He's getting really, really close to, I believe, an artillery strike. And if he does, use that fighter pilot to start cutting down those lanes, forcing players inside restaurant. Then you get aggressive with your sub players. Watch the cuts for people trying to escape with their ARs. It's very easy to allow yourselves to roll out rounds time after time. And this is another swing round that could go in the favor of Iron Eagle if they get lucky. 5-2 is Azriel. Your bomb carrier Gucci. Gonna watch for the initial break inside. Legacy is able to find the first engagement, so the first blood will be in their favor. At 4-on-2 man advantage as Robbie responds as well. Get this bomb down immediately. That's exactly what they're going to do. Mikey going for at least a check. Knows that bomb's going to be down, but he's got so much pressure coming from that right bottom side, and he's going to get cleaned up immediately, and that's going to be another round win for the side of Iron Eagle. So these are more heavy objective types of games. These guys are rolling them out. Iron Eagle showing no signs of stopping. The gas has been applied 100%. And they are quickly closing this search and destroy out. 4-1 is the lead. 6-2 is Azrael. He has the streak still. And he has all of them. The mortar strike. Dangerous. The glide bomb. Equally as dangerous. And I guess you know what I'm going to say about that fighter pilot. Equally as dangerous. All of it can be used in this final round if they elect to close it out and make it a 5-1 advantage, which is so crucial and so hard to come back from. But Trope is going to be rocking that car. He's going to spot one player in top restaurant. He's not able to close in on the kill, but tries to go for a panic shot. Not able to connect unusually. Turnup's able to find a hit marker where Statue finds the kill as well. So they respond quickly into Iron Eagle, and this is a huge swing round if they're able to close it out. But Traffy falls, unfortunately, make that a 2-2 man advantage. Slowly slipping away is the advantage that was on the side of basically a buy. Can they get themselves into position to push this game and extend it even further? Or Trump on another kill. And again, Turnup coming up clutch in this search and destroy. He's not able to find the second. That bomb is down. If anything on the side of Iron Eagle, you have that information. Trope at 1-4. If you want to redeem yourself, this is a perfect chance to do so. Tiptoeing around each other. Gucci hunting for him. I'm going to stick on board with Gucci. He's in a good position. Oh, to get perfect COD timing if he peeks this corner properly at just the right moment. He's going to find him planting the bomb, and that should be the kill, and it is. Iron Eagle up 5-1. And this should be a round that they not only close out, but a series they close out, and they should advance to your second stage of this tournament in this 3K. So while they came off a rocky start of that hard point, CTF, dominant, search and destroy, compelling. How do they elect to close it out? Well, we'll go on the backs of Azrael. The man has streaks. Watch them play for the first blood. Once they get that, they're going to call him in. But instead, it's going to elect to call in that glide bomb, I believe. Instead, nope, he decides to cancel it. Doesn't want to use it just yet. Like I said, they want to get that initial information. Azrael's going to go ahead and call in the glide bomb. He has one player towards mid-street. Not able to find anything, but he knows they're inside the building. I don't believe anyone is really running out, and so they will be spotted and called out. Azrael's going to find another kill because, again, Hunker's become so crucial with surviving those initial wave of nades when putting that bomb down. Mikey's on the overextension, but Azrael's really the only player back to watch this pinch, and he has a perfect idea and understanding of what's about to happen. But in a 2-on-2 situation, I don't expect him to use the rest of these streaks, and then you want to save them for a round where you have a man advantage. Although he is last alive, he has to find this initial kill, and he's not able to do it. Traffy, not necessarily close, but the only one who can close in on streaks of his own. Going to get the defuse, so basically by keeping themselves alive, take that 7th round, and they are now getting a little bit closer to inching themselves back into this game. But again, you still have 2 streaks on the side of Azrael, and that's going to be so crucial. How do they elect to play it? A timid start for this initial wave break of nades, but he might get perfect timing. I think he got a hit marker, and he gets the assist with a second nade from Gucci at 8 and 3. The man has streaks to work with, and here comes the rain from above. He's going to find one player mid-map, and they know exactly where everyone is at. That's going to be killing your bomb carrier, and they know that they can pinch that bomb inside bottom restaurant. Here comes the initial wave. They're pinching on in. They have the information. They have the streaks to work with. There should be a quick round to close out. He also has the numbers, and that's going to be another challenge that Azrael will win. Now a 1-on-4 man advantage for Mikey. Oh, Mikey. What do you have to work with? Not much, as Iron Eagle closes this one out 6-2. And they come on for the reverse sweep off a disappointing hardpoint start. They take BTF 4-2. And they take that search and destroy 6-2. Starting off strong is Reforms, and now he's going to be pushing for these initial spawns in the back, and they should have him coming off the break with 18 seconds left in that initial hill. I'll get back to my original point in just a minute before Sloppy picks up that kill with no sloppy shots to be seen there. And a full 60 seconds was about to be held before they elected to give up that scrap time. And I'm not sure I agree with Sloppy overextending through the back. I would like to see him get aggressive on that side main street and allow for that pressure to be coming from the mid statues, because then you have not only the pressure from the mid statue, but you have players in the back with that AR who can watch over the hill. But Reform again at 8 and 1, doing exactly what I just talked about, putting that pressure on from mid statue. You then have to worry about pinches from 2 different sides. You can watch the pinch coming from the side of statue from the back. Reform's going to make him pay for it. He has streaks to work with, but all that time is going in favor of Crimson. So I want to get back to my original point. Well, it looks like Colonia's going to go up 60-0 off the initial break on this first rotation of hills. It is important to make sure that you get these rotational battles locked down, because some of these nice 2-piece from Crimson, some of these kills can be so important. And when it comes to rotating and playing scrap time, it's very important to judge when you cannot play for scrap time. What I mean by that is, some hills like Money Hills where you want to get a lot of contested time, you don't necessarily play for much scrap time. But in other hills where maybe you have to rotate early or you have to rotate late, depending on where exactly players are lined up off the spawn, it's important to make sure that you get that scrap time, because it not only begins to roll out and snowball into larger leads, and you get a full minute off that scrap time, but it's important to get the rest of your team involved and allow them to get pushed out positioning and keep these gunfights past the 50-yard line and not get much pressure inside the hill. But we have rotated all the way over to Docks, and it's going to be a 100-point lead going into the side of this hard point, and really no one on the side of Authentic able to break through just yet. Your top player is going to be Smitty, but look how far out he is spawning. He is nowhere close, now pushing all the way through Coles, and that's going to be a problem now. A 108-point lead to the side of Colonial Gaming. You have streaks to work with for the side of Crimson. He's going to get aggressive inside of barrels, and that's exactly what you like to see when you're feeling confident, able to find the first engagement, trying to turn on the seconds, able to clean up the kill. One more bullet into the gut, and he would have had a 3-piece there, but able to have the assist from his teammates. They already have the locations locked down for the rotation battle. You no longer have to worry about these spawns being pushed out, but a nice 2-piece coming from this side of Authentic Gaming, and make that a third before Crimson turns and burns. Has one more player to worry about. If he's alive, they can hold down this hard point again, and they just are not able to break into this hill for the side of Authentic Esports. It is a bit of a nuisance when you have Crimson at 16 and 3. The man is on a 5 streak with streaks to work with. They now are finally inside to contest. But where is the teammate support? He is just nowhere to be found, and they are continuing to roam in and out of the map. No one able to find the kills just yet. Crimson on a 7 streak pulls out the flamethrower, looking to burn, and starts cooking with the oven at 400 degrees. Crimson 19 and 4 has the streaks to work with. Finally, a point will fall for the side of Authentic Esports, but is it too little, too late? A little bit reminiscent of this TK hold that we saw at NOLA, and they continue to put the pressure on. Crimson is doing everything right, and Colonial is off to a hot start here. And there's a reason they are this higher seed. They're showing it absolutely into this hard point. But as we move through, again, I have so many tools in my analytical armament to work with, but it seems like the side of Crimson has them to work with as well as they continue to put the pressure on now. A 169-point lead. What more could you ask for? Rotating the back Docks. You got to start getting some points somewhere. Here come the streak spreading from the sky. It's going to scream on down, but not able to connect. And Authentic will start to close in on that 10-second mark, but it will be shut down immediately by the side of Colonial. But finally, they find themselves in the hill, and what better way to top that off than with a team hit. That is going to be your first 100-point club. Welcome to the group. Authentic Esports. Colonial Gaming win this one 250-58. If you ever wanted to know how to play London Dogs Hardpoint, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think you just found out how. That is one of the best ways to play London Dogs Hardpoint. Have really good sub players and really confident, aggressive ARs. Watch your lanes appropriately. Set up your ARs in the back to watch the pinch. Allow your sub players to feel confident roaming the map. One player in the hill at all times. 3 players on the aggressive out pushes. And that's why he performs at 35-17. Crimson at 31-15. The man at a minute 15 in the hill. Props to him. It's sloppy. 18-19. Everyone across the board doing their job. I think we're having a good time. But as we get loaded into the game, remember, this is a type of series where you're going to be looking for that 1-bar spread, possibly the FG or STG with the increased rate of fire, the damage drop-off from the FG now being put back into play with the new patch, and then it increases with those sub-pressures up close. Looking for a 2-2-3-1 possibly spread on these initial breaking hard points, especially with the contested time coming in from barrels or the rotation back over to statue. Either way, I can't wait for this hard point to get started, guys. We are going to get loaded into the game. Like I said, if everyone's having a good night, make sure you let us know in the chat. I hope everyone is doing really well, and we are just waiting for a couple players to figure out their situation and get things loaded into the game. But either way, it's been a good night so far. These teams are competing for so much bragging rights, so much money, so many pro points, man. I mean, first place again walks away with 3,000 pro points. Second place, 1,500, and so on and so forth by factorial. You'll get the idea. If not, you'll learn it by now. Loading into the game, Monarch Esports, again, the higher seed, so they are going to be your Axis, or your allies, excuse me. And the other side is going to be Axis. It will be Team Supercuts V2. Now, I was looking through the bracket a little bit, and I saw that Orglis actually got eliminated. And if you guys aren't aware, Orglis has BL Fire. And I was watching them compete in the UMG, I believe it was the 44 $300 Prime the other day. They were turning up, man. They were destroying in hardpoint. So if they are consistently still on that Orglis roster and they got taken out, wow, we got a hell of a night for some Call of Duty, but it has been a damn good time. And here we go, loaded into the game. It is London Dogs Hardpoint, baby. What better way to start off this second part of round number 3? I'm sure you guys are having a good time. I know I am. And I cannot wait to get this game started. Hopefully we don't see another, huge blowout. You hate to see it, but we do know the way over here at the Esports Open Tour. And as we get loaded into the game, maybe the meta will change, maybe it won't. But again, expect the PPSH, a lot of hunger coming in from those sub players. And if not, it is going to be a very rough start for this team. But I believe everyone is loaded in properly. Everything should be ready to go as we start winding down. And it looks like we will be good to go. And this will be our first match of this best of 3. Again, you know the map rotation by now. If you don't, well, welcome to the Brokered Record Club, because it's going to be Flat Tower on CTF and then follow that up with an S&D on St. Marie. And we are loaded into the game. We are loaded into this aggressive early pinch. Fusion's going to be looking over on the cross with that initial gunfire from the nades falling through, and a bit smoke's coming through for that line of sight, but he's able to find the assist nonetheless, hopping on board with him early, and he's going to immediately get cut down, and that's going to be 3 dead for the side of Supercuts. But Monarch and crew, I've seen them compete on land. These guys are so strong when it comes to just winning these initial engagements, and Goddess says, you know what? Who needs eyes in the back of their head? I have Astros to work with. He immediately turns and burns and stays alive on this initial hill. And you can see the initial spread coming from the side of Supercuts. I'm going to throw up a giant minimap for you guys. Look at the split spawns coming for the side of Monarch. You have 2 players now watching that rotation over to Main Street, but they don't have anyone in the hill to really worry about. They're going to get the initial scrap time, so they will lose the lead, but it's usually expected when it comes into rotating through these early hard points. Goddesses is going to be inside momentarily. He has 1 player pushing for the front. He just has to win that initial break, and his teammate will come in for support. Now watches the spawn from behind, and that's going to stop the first pinch in the wave that would be Supercuts. And he's going to go ahead and push up and try to get aggressive. He gets stunned. Out of his mind, is not able to locate anyone before Decryptified will clean up the kill, and Adam's going to be the only player inside the hill from there. Monarch doing a good job of staying alive before the final initial break comes in from Fusions at 7-4 on a 4th streak, getting close to the streak, so expecting to play for those, because they can be huge when it comes to just breaking hills. Simply like to see him punt down the boardwalk and just stay alive and try to find something. Finds a fighter pilot, that's huge, now earns the initial streaks as well. And they can bring themselves back in this game. So far, not contested on this hard point. And they have the hill locked down, and they are looking to roll these points out immediately. He's going to go for the second kill, finds it. Fusion's on a 6th streak. We're going to stay on board with him as the rotation comes through. He should be the only player inside to pick up this scrap time as he wants to continue to roll these streaks out. Maybe watch the glide bomb come through for the initial break, but again, he has 2 players in front. He knows where they're going to be spawning. They have to be watching the cross coming from that last hard point for scrap, and he finds the head of Goddesses, and he's able to pick him up. On the streak, he will rain from the sky, and he's going to go into the hard point and try to find 1, able to find 2. That's a good break, but where are your teammates for support? 3 flooding through mid-map. They have to find the kills necessary needed to break in, and they do just that. Quimsy's able to find some support with the assist, but it looks like Kevy's going to fall in prime. He needs to get behind. He's not able to do it, and they are going to have a complete blunder of a break from that initial push through of mid-map. I mean, you had 3 players pushing from that side door. You have the streaks from the glide bomb. But instead of, pushing as a team or putting a 3 push from the side and having 1 player distract from mid-map, you have 3 players push from water steps. You have no one able to break in or at least penetrate some kind of support for the side of the hill. And then you give up all that map control onto the side of Monarch, and that allows them to get the hill easily and break in and get the time they need. And that is why they were able to break in so easily to the rest of Boiler. But again, they just weren't able to break into that initial hardpoint, and that is what caused them to lose the rotation battle, and that's exactly why Monarch is now in control early. And that's going to cost you your AR positioning, and that's so crucial on London Docks, because now Supercuts will start to build their lead up there, and they snowball it into a much bigger deficit, or will they start to crumble under the pressure? Well, Monarch is able to respond quickly. Goddesses is able to find 1, trying to make it 2 towards that B-bomb side, not able to do it, and they're going to get water steps under their control before Adam finds the 3rd, and they have completely locked down his hard point. The Cryptified will find a 2nd. This all of the time going in his favor on a 2 streak. We'll stick on board with him as 1 player in the back watching the spawn cuts, trying to watch the relay coming through. He's able to find it, go possibly for the challenge, not able to clean it up. And Prime will be there with the teammate to shut him down. And Prime is now going to be the only position, or the only player, in a prime position to watch this back alley. I know you guys like that pun. That was a pretty good one. But he's watching for the 2nd player, not able to clean it up, go for the nade check, and this buys him about 3 extra seconds before another player will come in for the trade. Now getting pushed from all sides, able to find 1. He's not able to clean up the 2nd, though. Fusion's going to be the 1st one inside the hill, still has the streak to work with, so not necessarily too dramatic or, too controversial on the side of Supercuts, whether or not they want to elect to use those streaks or not. But Fusion says, you know what? We'll go ahead and try to break this hill immediately, but are your teammates there for support? Well, Prime is the only one really with Kevy to begin to push in for that aggressive first wave. Now, are they past the 50-yard line? It does not appear to be so, as they're going to get pushed on a 3-man advantage from the side of Monarch, and they are going to fall immediately. Fusion's the only one really in a position with the side of Kevy to make the play, and Prime is able to find that 3rd kill, so now they go in for the break, but where is Kevy? Out of position on the rotation. I like this play from him. If he can just sneak on through and find an initial engagement, he will split these spawns for the side of Monarch and allow them to get the teammate positioning that they need and the support from the side of Supercuts to get inside the hill, but Adam finds 2. 16 and 17. Now, watching the cut through mid-map, he has the players locked down in his sights. If he can just pick up this kill on the left, he's going to have a big engagement. He needs to win it. He's not able to do it. And this is what happens. They have completely flipped the spawns now. It is all on the likes of Prime, spawning it back, trying to watch this initial heady cut, and he's not able to find the kill before finding the 2nd. If he can pick up this kill, this will be so huge for him to break in, and they'll be able to get the rest of this time because he's trying to basically spike the scrap time on this hill. It can be a bit of a money hill if we're able to get in and start watching these spawns towards Crane, but a lot of the time, you just watch for players laying in corners like Eddie is doing right now. He's just waiting for his teammate to come in for support. He's able to find the kill. 1 more at the head. He's not able to clean it up. And the rotation now coming through for this side of Supercuts. You got to wonder, they have to at least start pushing towards barrels at this point, because you can't allow yourself to be in a position where you're spawning Crane, have to make a 10-second trek over to barrels, and you've given up 20 seconds of crucial game time. And the only one in position right now to make a play on that next hard point is going to be Quimsy, and he's going to be under the entire side of Monarch. And I'm going to get real quiet and real low with you guys. This could be a huge play if he gets right behind. He's able to find the kill. No! He chokes the gunfight. He doesn't pre-aim in time, and Viper finds big engagement. Not only that, he stops the push coming from underground. He stops the push coming from the overextension towards water docks. And he keeps everything in front of them. He keeps all these gunfights at mid-statue. That was a huge engagement. I don't think you guys understand what that means. It means that all you have to worry about is the pressure coming from mid-statue. You don't have to worry about being pinched. So what do? You just nade the front of statue. You nade that initial window, and you're able to get a quick 20 seconds. That's exactly what happens. They're closing in on that 200 mark. Make that 3 for him. He is on a 6 streak. He has all the streaks to work with as well. He has the kill streaks. He has the glide bomb, the fighter pilot, the mortar strike. This is where they can start to run away with this game if they get lucky, but they just continue to put the pressure on, just need to stay alive, and the rotation coming through to Crane. It looks like they're giving up all of the scrap time on the side of Supercuts. Fusions and Crew doing everything they can. They have to start fighting back at this point. You still have a mortar strike to work with, and I expect them to use it here. It's maybe going to start to call it in, because now that they have been pushed out of the hill, they've spawned all the way out. Watch for him to get towards water steps, towards docks, call in that strike, and then push him with 3 players. If I am correct, he will literally call in this streak and allow himself to be in a position, because you're starting to look at a more aggressive A push that is possible. I'm gonna siphon on through to all these players, see if I can see anything unusual. We're gonna stick on board to Decryptify unless I see a sniper on this side. I don't. So Decryptify is gonna be our man of the hour, and we're gonna stick on board with him. And that is exactly what's going to happen. So let's go into Skycam for the start of this search and destroy. Now, an initial B break is usually what's going to unfold, as we have 3 players in that top restaurant, but we're going to hop right back onto the ground as Viper's going to be inside at least momentarily for that initial bomb push. There's 1 player on the outside. That's going to be Kimsey. Kimsey has a big engagement to win. Adam's going to find the initial break, so the first blood is going to go in favor of Monarch, but it is now a 1-1-1 situation. 3-3. The bomb is down. Expect Viper to play this bomb off the heady. He has 1 player towards that back statue on top of the sandbags to worry about. So if he finds that break, watch for the challenge. He knows where the second player has to be. If he finds the second. Kevy, you are last alive, buddy. What can you do? Not able to find anything. And that is going to be a 1-0 round start for the side of Monarch. And that is exactly what you need. If you are a Monarch fan, to get yourself early in this round, get on the board. Viper at 2-0. Starting to earn himself close to those streaks. It's going to be interesting to see how Supercuts elects to play this initial opening side of offense. Maybe they elect to go for that A push. Then again, as fate has it and as temptation usually seals it, B is we're going to be looking at, but again, the nade checks will come through. He's going to have 1 player in front. That is going to be Decryptify. Decryptify will find the first blood before Fusions evens it out at a 3-3 scoreline. Goddesses looking for that player on the bomb, and Fusions will get it down momentarily, but he has to worry about a player pinching from behind. It's going to be Adam. Still on that top walkway inside restaurant. No one yet foiling the plot of Supercuts. Goddesses has 1 player to his left, but as soon as he challenges, he's going to be met with a lot of opposition. He will pay for it. And that's a nice responsive round from the side of Supercuts, now tying us up 1-1. Pretty standard, typical setup from the side, not only Supercuts, but for most teams. You have 1 player in this corner, 1 player behind the bomb after they get the initial plant to watch the push coming from statue, and you have 1 guy laying in post to watch the cut from behind and the pinch. But again, we could start seeing these A sites be played out. I would love to see a team push through A, smoke mid-map, and then, get a little bit aggressive on that top window of restaurant, but it's really got to come down communication on both sides. Adam's going to connect with an initial nade and find the first blood before team trades come through, and Viper will find the second. So now is a 3-on-2 situation for the side of Monarch. Kimsey stays alive, and they're going to begin to rotate this over to A site. I love this play. With about 10 seconds left, you're going to expect these players on the side of Supercuts to know they're rotating through, and that's exactly what's happening. No one in a position to come from either side, and they have not noticed anything to watch on your screen right now. Kimsey realizes they have rotated over. Fusions and Crews. Fusions is going to go on the ground and try to find a kill in the back. He's not able to do it. Kimsey in a 1-on-3 situation needs to pick up Decryptify, because if he finds this kill on the flank, he doesn't have to worry about being shot from behind and can focus. He's not able to do it. Doesn't win the gunfight through the doorway. Monarch will make him pay for the out-positioned advantage. And Decryptify finds your final kill. Now taking this 2-1. Heading into round number 4. Back and forth we go. It's been a song sung all series long. Bet you say that 5 times fast. Kimsey at 0-3. Struggling just a bit, but nothing too unpredictable. Can they go ahead and throw this game away, or are they going to get the first engagement? They're going to do it with that first blood, and that's huge. Now, I'd like to see a player push up immediately and start getting aggressive inside top restaurant, so then you don't have to worry about being pinched from up top. And that's exactly what Kimsey's waiting for. He's waiting for an initial break to come through, and he knows it's going to be happening any second. He spots the player, gets the initial engagement, and finds the kill through the boards. Posted up and eliminated is Adam. And Kevy will respond on a God assist and make that a quick second round for the side of Supercuts as they tie this up 2-2. These teams so evenly matched in Search and Destroy, it is clear. Fast-paced hardpoint, the likes of Monarch. Slow, methodical, the likes of Team Supercuts. When it comes to S&D, it can be both at times, but when it comes to methodical gameplay, Supercuts right now, you're looking very strong. Right now, Goddess is still at 0-2. Decryptified, not earning streaks. Anyone close? I don't believe so. Kimsey, it looks like to be the only player who's really in a position, but he's going to have one player in front. If he picks up this kill, he should have the ability to at least get close, and he almost got killed by his teammate there as they're going to immediately rotate this bomb through to A, and that's going to be a nice response from Decryptified onto Prime, so they'll even this score out at 3-3. Now, no man advantage to either team, but Goddess is waiting for that pinch from behind. Fusions will pick up the kill. And Fusions is in a position with Kimsey to make a good play on this flank, but Goddesses is the last alive. And here's the problem. He takes out the player, top restaurant, then they know where you are, they single you out, and then you leave Viper by himself. This is a very dangerous situation as they're closing in on Viper. He's going to find two, though. A mistake is lined up towards mid-map, and Goddesses, a blessing from the gods. And Viper and crew know where the last one is. He's going to go for the challenge and knows he has the gunfight secured. And a blunder of the sorts, could say the least, as you collateral yourself and throw the round away. Monarch get a lucky break, and they are now up 3-2 as they take round number 5. That's got to hurt on the side of Supercuts. You're getting kind of close to those streaks with Kimsey, I believe. Primed, close. But now, back to 0-0. That's got to sting. You give up a 2-3-man advantage. Can't give that away. You got to win those engagements. Got to trade properly as a team. Kevy's going to come in off the break. He does get tagged up, so that's information all working on the side of Monarch. The foreman push inside this bomb site, and look how much map control they've given up. But on the side of Monarch, they elected to not push around through East Road. I would expected them to at least get aggressive off of post, but Vendettum is going to pick up this kill. Prime will respond before Decryptified cleans up Kimsey. Now making it a 3-on-2 situation. Prime on that bomb side needs to find one, does do so, but make it a 1-on-2. He's getting pushed from all sides, and he doesn't have enough manpower to work with. That's going to be another round win for the side of Monarch. They're going to go up 4-2 in your Search and Destroy. Looking to close this game out relatively quickly off of that boost of energy from that 2-piece. Taking this round 6. What can Monarch do to close this game out? Are they going to elect to push this to a distance at around 11? Round 10, possibly? Or are we going to see a quick 6-2 that could easily unravel for the side of Supercuts? We're going to hop aboard in our sky cam, see if we can spot anything unusual. I don't believe so. The nade's coming through. It's going to be foreign, but all the way over to the side. Kimsey has one player in front, but he's going to go ahead and back up. Your bomb carrier is going to be Vendom. He's going to go ahead and get his bomb down, but Kevy's on the flank. He's going to find the kill on the bomb, and the second. Kevy unfortunately falls to a teammate. Okay. Kimsey and Prime last alive. Adam in a 1-on-2, and he gets cleaned up. You're lucky that didn't pay anything more than I had to, as Supercuts cleans that second round up and take it. And they're now down by only 1 at a 4-3 disadvantage. But that's the problem. You get Kevy on a 2 streak, then you cut him off from getting streaks. It's difficult, to say the least, for the side of Supercuts. A lot of unfortunate scenarios have taken place in the past, minute and a half of Search and Destroy? Either way, though, you got to be happy with the results from the side of Monarch. They have put on a show, absolutely, as Fusions finds the first blood, but Viper will find the second, make that a third. The engagements continue to fall through. I can't even keep up fast enough. I mean, Decryptified is, on a 1-on-2 situation. Kimsey sticking on board with him. His Codcaster would like to cooperate momentarily. And you just got to wonder, what is it going to take for Kimsey to close this out? He has one player at bottom post and one more on that B-bomb site. Now as he pushes through bottom restaurant, this is going to get really dangerous because that bomb is down. So they're just watching over it at this point. You can see Adam watching that crossway. If he comes up the staircase, he's basically dead to sights. And that's going to be it. That's going to call him out. And they're up now 5-3. And it is getting very scary for the side of Supercuts. Very, very close game. But just out of reach momentarily. Round 9. Super suspenseful. Kimsey and crew. Your bomb carrier is going to be Venom, and it looks like they're going to go for the A push. I really like this decision. They're changing it up. They want to elect to just get out and open, and they are not able to find the kill, but a team name comes through, so they're just going to even it out off the unfortunate net 0 gain. And now it is a 3-on-2 man advantage for Monarch, and a round that could be thrown away by pure mistakes of rookie kinds. And Kimsey will respond to make it a 2-on-2, but is it enough? Again, that is the question of the ages. Prime in a position to make a play, but they know he threw that nade and they know where he's at. He doesn't have the weapon to work with either, but he's somehow able to find the kill off the heady. Kimsey now has to pick up this last engagement. He's not able to do it. Prime is able to be there and find the kill. I swear, God, why do you make this so close? Please stop killing your teammates. 101. COD logic, please stop killing your teammates. Oh, man. It's very difficult. Anywho, round 10. Under the books. Who will come out on top? Well, we see round 11. Oh, round 11 would be so much fun, but if anything, Viper wants something to say about as they get first blood, and your bomb carrier is nowhere near the site. They know exactly where he's going, and now you're starting to pinch back in to post. This is starting to unravel very quickly for the side of Supercuts. They're starting to get out of position, and once you start to pinch these players into uncomfortable situations, you can just watch them run into your sights. But Decryptified, another player to his left, he is in an awkward situation because he is just waiting for teammates to come in for support. Kevy is just staying alive, and that bomb, 43 seconds left. You got to start making a move, and you got to at least go for the pinch on Decryptified. This is where Prime needs to get out in front, exactly what he's doing. Watch the mid-street, and you just got to start making a play. You don't have time to get the initial break. That bomb should go down. You don't have time to waste at this point. Don't worry about the initial player coming from behind. That's your AR anchor's job. That's Prime's job, to watch the pinch coming from behind from the side of Viper and crew. But where's your bomb carrier? Get it down. That's exactly what's happening. We're going to stick on board with Viper. He's going to come in for the pinch. Adam watching through mid-map. Prime has one player in front, I believe, and he's going to be met with a lot of opposition in the next 5 seconds or so. One player to his left is going to get cleaned up. And Kevy, the last alive, buddy, what can you do for us? Not much, and that's going to close the game. That is it. Monarch will win this one 6-4, and they close this series out 2-1. It is going to be fantastic to get into this game, guys. We are loaded in and we are ready to go. First hard point is going to be at bottom restaurant, and Young's going to be the first one inside, looking for the engagement, not able to find it from the nade. Will respond to him, and his body will be taken out of position. But Crimson will be there for the trade, and they are initially going to get this 10-second runoff, but it won't be till the likes and the stops of Omen as they go in for the break. And Icy with a nice kill to start things off, and Crook is inside, waiting. These initial plays run through. They have flipped spawns completely, and they have flipped them again. So 2 initial spawn flips off the start, and the rotation coming through for the side of Yunk on your minimap. You can see number 3 rotating, watching this pinch, and they know that they flipped, so they're going to start getting aggressive on these back alleys, and they're going to allow this scrap time to be given up and start hitting this winery hard point. But how does Young expect to play this? He has one player pushing to his right now. This is important. I'm sticking a board with him because if he wins that initial gunfight, it is so much pressure taken off of the hill, but he's not able to do it. And Icy is the only one left alive in that first hard point to get the scrap time. Now he has to begin to move on over, and Crimson and crew setting up inside perfectly. They're watching their back cuts, but the gunfight's going down in favor of Colonial momentarily. Zeus finds 1 kill in front. He's able to clean it up. Codcaster again is messing up, and finally is back to normal reform. And crew staying alive. I like seeing this FGP pulled out on this winery lot because not only is it important to stay towards the back, towards these back barrels and allow your teammates to be aggressive with those subs, but when you start getting this rotation coming through, as Young's is on a 4 streak and I wasn't able to switch over to him fast enough, but when you start getting the rotations coming through and start pushing towards this next hill, it's very, very crucial to have an FG in position to make a play, because not only does it kill quickly, but, I mean, you have so much in the clip to work with those 2-bullet spreads when all you need is 3 to the body. It's very, very easy to start rolling out these kills, but Crimson's going to have a big in gunfight, because that is one player who's going to be able to find a kill. He does just that, so that's a big entry for him. One more to this left side tank, and he just needs to find the kill. He's not able to do it, and Zeus is going to be hunting for information. He has 2 more players to worry about. He is tagged up. He's weak. One in front, not able to find the second, as Young will throw a nade over to try to stop this push initially, but Omen's going to be the first one inside the hill as Icy is in there. And Crooked will find a 2-piece of his own, earning those streaks, expecting to play his life, try to earn those payloads. But he can be pushed from the front. He's not able to find the streak. And Icy's come in for the response, able to find the second and the third, not able to clean it up. This hit marker is not following through like he had hoped. Watch the rotation on your minimap. I want to stick on board with this view, because it's important to notice. If they can't get this break in the next 5 seconds, expect them to give it up. So now that we hit the 18, 17 second mark, they should begin to start rotating over. That's exactly what happens. Look at your minimap. They are pushing through middle map towards East Road. They want to get bottom restaurant locked down, and we're going to go on board and stay on with Zeus, as he has a big gunfight to win. And he's not able to do it. He loses it to an SMG at mid-map. You can't let that happen. Sloppy going up top towards top restaurant. If he wins this gunfight, he should earn that artillery, and then he'll have a good position to make his way towards that lookout post. And remember, forecasters talk about it time and time again, parking lot is one of the most crucial hardpoints in all of World War II. The amount of time that can be swung on either side, and the amount of games that have been lost off of not properly playing the pinch and being aggressive on the scrap time on this hill, teams have lost events due to this entire fight. So you have to make sure that, maybe not early in the game you start being super aggressive and playing for scrap time, but definitely near the end you want to start locking this down. Because it is, people think, I can just rotate through mid-map, get a couple kills on the outside, stop the initial wave, and we can set up for the next restaurant hardpoint. Yeah, but if you don't pick up the kill, they're going to continue to spawn back far. And if you don't put pressure on that hill, you're not going to force them to spawn out towards that initial SMG, that spawn that they would have towards that back crate side. So if they spawn towards barn, all they really have to do is push all the way through the hill in a 5-second countdown, and they should be able to get the rest of that scrap time, and they're going to be able to win the game. But Reform's going to pick up, so I'll make that third for Youngs. He's going to sit in this corner and stay alive, and I like this play for him, just kind of bait out this player at the door, allow him to sort of get aggressive unnecessarily, and that streak will come in. It was able to find one, but nothing too extra. So now that Young is getting close to those streaks, maybe he elects to play his life here. Allow them to come and bait in, because they now have a 146-68 lead. That's a team kill and a trade. So you basically net -1 on that entire engagement, which really doesn't pay off because Young is still alive. And not only does he get an assist for that, he picks up the kill as well. He earns the fighter pilot, which is the most crucial streak in this game. He's getting close to the rest of his entire armament. I'm going to stick on board with him because he has one more player to worry about. He's getting shot from the side, and he's just sitting still. Questionable decision, but one player to behind. I would like to see him back on and just kind of play his life here, and he does just that. Now that he earns a streak, we're going to go back over and look at this next hard point, as Reform will be the only one inside to watch this break from the front. I believe that is Semic, who is inside. He does fall, unfortunately, but now that they know his position is there, Reform has to begin to back up because he has no players in front. Number 4 on your minimap is going to be sloppy, but he has to be your aggressive pusher. He has to be your main slayer. He has to be the one to break this initial gunfight and win it, and he does just that. And watch how the rest of his team will begin to push up. Number 2 on your map is Young. He's going to push in with his flamethrower if he elects to use it, and he could clearly wipe this out and get his team position. And now that they have 4 dead, he's going to go for the challenge with the pistol. He's able to win it, continue to pull this out, try to find a second, able to clean it up, makes that a third. Easy to do it. Easy pickings and easy raids for the side of Youngs. Now, at 200-79, they are slowly closing in on this lead. They have elected to rotate. They're giving up 20 seconds, so this is huge because Sloppy is in a position to pick up kills in the back, but if he's not able to close it out, they won't get the spawns they need, but it doesn't matter. Young finds 2, and Sloppy comes off the spawn, so now they're going to hit this initial break, but he has players spawning behind his post. He needs to turn around and finds one more there. He has to know at least that possibly they weren't cleaned up by the fighter pilot, and he doesn't read the initial break. Reform and crew will have to make the long trek over and try to break this immediately, but Owen is set up perfectly inside the hill. Crooked, the only one in this hill momentarily, and here comes the fighter pilot. He has to stay alive, and he's just not going to be able to have the fighter pilot to work with. Finds 2. He is getting dangerously close to these streaks. He has no one in a position to really come for support. He just needs to stay alive. If anything, Colonial has plenty of time to work with, no doubt. But, I mean, you would think they would want to close this game out on this hill. You never know what's possible in St. Marie. But Sloppy comes in with a two-piece of his own. Can he break into this hill? It doesn't look like it. Youngstons on a 5 streak. He's just hunting this player behind Bus. Starts to pick up the skill. You can see the rotation come through, and they get the initial break. They're going to close in. They should only be down by 13 seconds. And like I said, moving over towards Lookout. Here come the streaks. They're going to rain in. It should be a hit marker, if not a kill. This is where the scrap time is so brutal, because this is where Omen needs a flawless hold on this hard point. You can't give up scrap time. There's no more scrap time to give up. You have 13 seconds you only can work with. That's a narrow margin. So if you start giving up these pushes and these spawns and you say, hey, we're going to stay towards mid-map and give up that spawn and let them spawn back barn, you have to worry about the fact that they're just going to keep running into the hill like they've been doing, and they only need 6 more seconds, and that should be game. They will take this one. 250 to 107. Not necessarily the 100-point club, but either way, it's a win nonetheless. Colonial, you've shown that you're one of the best hardpoint teams in this tournament, and you have continued to respond. They will win this one. 250 to 107. 20-16 from Reform. Crimson at 21-17. And they close that one out in a hurry. Like I said, that's why Lookout is so important. When you get towards parking lot and you get to that point where you're just pushing from Winery from the side of Omen, and you're pushing from Winery and you're pushing from Main Street, and you say, guys, let's just nade out that hill. Yeah, that's great and good, but when you nade out that hill and you don't allow yourself to become aggressive, you say, hey, we're going to nade out the hill, maybe we'll just kill him from long range, and, we can keep ourselves in a position to set up for restaurant if we get the early rotation. They're going to continue to spawn towards back barn, and they can just run into the hill with 3 seconds of spare time. They get scrap time to work with, and they're good to go. They win that game 100 out of 100 times. But as we move over into this London Docks capture the flag, we're going to throw it to a quick commercial break. When we return, like I said, game number 2, Colonial Gaming up 1-0 over Omen Gaming. Stay tuned. Welcome into the game. I'm so excited. Okay, let's get this going. Whew, new map, same game type. Can't wait. Oh, I'm excited. Hope you guys are excited too. It has been a very long night, but it has been so much fun. As Colonial looking to make this a 2-0 win in this best of 3 and go on into the semifinals match. And again, by following the process of elimination and normal suit of events, semifinals, then grand finals. But for right now, they got to win this map. Can they do it? Well, I think they can, but we got to see what Omen can respond with. Anyone on Omen ranking anything unusual? I don't think so. Everyone running PPSH, 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 and PPSH. So 4 subs spread, and it looks like Reform's going to continue to rock that FG. I like it. I like what I'm seeing, and I like what I'm hearing. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 2. It's going to be London Docks. CTF. One player is going to be tagged on that water tech. He's going to go for the initial engagement. Doesn't win it. Nicey. All in his veins. He's going to find that first gunfight towards mid-statue. He's going to begin to push up, and they're going to go ahead and pinch out Young. They know he's last 5. They got to find him somewhere, and they found him immediately. That flag is pulled out. It's the medic. He's going to be running right through mid-map, and this will be a clean cap for this side of Omen. So responding within the first 30 seconds is Omen. And they are going to go ahead and go up 1-0 in the CTF. But, I mean, we have 4 minutes on both sides to work with, so they are not even – this game is nowhere close to being over, and it's too early to call. That's a very good start if you are on the side of Omen. And they're going to go ahead and get that flag again, but just not able to close it out. Still on board with Sysmetic. Sysmetic. I say his name. I apologize, brother, but fortunately it does get picked off at mid-map. Crimson and crew. Love saying that, though. Moving towards this right side where they want to go ahead and pinch towards Boiler. But right now in barrels, this is a good position. He just needs to wait for teammates to support, getting a little bit too over-aggressive. Has one more to challenge. I've said it all night long. You got to start wondering. You got to start waiting for your teammates to come off for the trade. I mean, you know that they're going to be coming for an initial break. You know that when you pick up a player, they're going to go for a trade because they don't want you roaming in their base. So you just got to start pre-aiming, waiting for that engagement, waiting for that information. They're just not able to do it, but the only player alive really in the position is Semitic. Got it. We got it. We're good, ladies and gentlemen, but he's going to be pushing into fire. And if he gets this cut locked down, I mean, expected to push towards Crane and be a nuisance on the right side, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Sometimes I do know what I'm talking about. He's going to go ahead and push towards Crane and try to find this player on the right. He's getting the first engagement. One more to worry about on the top, and he's not going to be able to find it. But Crooked will pick up the flag. He's going to go ahead and get it out, and that should be returned, and it is. And nice defensive play from Colonial Gaming as they re-up towards mid-map, and they're going to put a three-man push on this left side of docks. They have one player to worry about in the front. He's going to be able to find it. I like the aggressive play coming from your FG player. Not normally seen as an AR anchor in terms of being aggressive and, being the first person out in the open, but why do the dirty work when you can just slay out, right? He's got one more player to fire. Alex snaps in turn. One more at mid-cut, able to clean it up, and Crooked will come in for the return. And he's able to find 2 to his name before getting shut down. Sloppy, last alive. Just needs to stay up because he has one player statue, but he's getting pinched from behind. He's not able to win the gunfight. Crimson's going to go in for the tray. He's able to do it and find his second, and nice positioning from him to get the heady locked down. Ice in the back side of Colonial, being a thorn as you would. But can he find the kill? Possibly, and really didn't. So he gets shut down as a failed push from this side of Omen. That's what happens. When you have one player fall, then you have 3 players up, you have 1 watchman up, you have 2 go for a push. If that initial player doesn't get out for a lead blocker and he falls, then you have to worry about, well, I'm really the only one last alive, and I'm just kind of worrying about, being aggressive and going for the flagpole. And when I die, no one's in there for support. I spawn up, and we don't have a good position to go for a 4-man push on the flag. And that's what happens, and that's why CTF on London Docks is so good. But Young is still alive at mid-statue, waiting for the rest of his team to come up for the support. They have 1 player in front. He's going to find that. At least the body shot's able to connect with 3 of those bullets. 1 more to his left. Here comes the offensive plays from the side of Colonial, and they're able to clean it up, go for the flagpole. I like him playing turn and burn, able to find the kill just in time. And they're going to get this flag right on through mid-statue. He has 1 more player to worry about towards water steps, not able to clean it up, but Zeus is there for the 2-piece and able to get the return in time. And this is exactly what they needed, and Zeus is doing everything right. Not able to find the 3rd, but it doesn't matter. That flag is picked. That flag is run right through mid-statue, and this flag should be away, and they will have it. That is going to be a cap for this side of Omen, and they will pull up 2-0. How do you like them apples? Omen responding quite quickly, and they're putting on a show right now on this first side of CTF. And that's exactly what you need. If you're an Omen Gaming fan, any OG fans out there, No, not Optic Game. Let's talk about the OG, the Omen Gaming coming out strong in this 2-0 lead early with 40 seconds left on this first side. Semitic doing everything right. 10-7, not able to make it 11-7 before finally falling. And Icy, how much you got left in them veins, buddy? 2 more in mid-map, able to find 1, trying to find the second, but the lead block has got to be there for support. It's able to find enough bullets to the body to be a sponge. Semitic's going to go through, but not able to find the kill, and that's going to be at least 1 flat cap for Colonial. And they are continuing to put the pressure on, or even with 60 seconds left, but how much do they have left for this first side? It looks like we're even going into the second side. A 2-1 advantage for Omen. That's exactly what you need. If you're on the side of OG, on the other side for Colonial. Not too shabby, but not too exceptional. What exactly can you do? Well, not much. We just have to wait and see going into this second side. Giving you guys a break from me yelling over your face. Allow you to dissect what just happened. Take a quick sip of water so I don't dry out. All right, we're good to go. Loading into this second side. Omen up 2-1. How much gas do they have left in the tank to send us to a game number 3 on Saint Marie Dumont Search and Destroy? Well, I'll tell you, they probably have a lot because they are feeling quite confident right now as Semitic finds a second, trying to make it a 3rd, and not able to clean it up towards Docks, but everyone falling. Crimson staying alive, not able to find the kill, but it doesn't matter. Youngs is there, and he's going to begin to push up, and this is what you need going through fire. He has the streaks to work with. I'm going to stay on board with him because they have to know that they're spawning in Crane. Here come the streaks. They're raining down from the skies. Heaven is calling, and heaven is answering. There you go, buddy. 1 more to work with. You have the flamethrower. The flag is out. It is away. Sloppy. We're going to get this flag through, and we should have it tied up, but 1 player is in the back. I believe that is Zeus, but he gets taken out. Not necessarily, and finally conflict. Whew, he falls. And there you go. You have the streaks. You have a tie game going down. And Youngs has another flag cap. And they're going to run this right through fire. They have no one in there except for Waterstep to make a play. He just needs to stay alive on the statue. And that's exactly what he does. Crimson finds the 2. And that's right through for the flag cap. And this is immediately a 3-2 advantage for the side of Colonial. They're starting this game off so hot. Sloppy earning those streaks, getting close to the artillery. Not able to clean up from the side of Crane. And there's just so much happening. Oh... The oxygen that I need is probably depleted from my brain faster than I can talk, but Reformed has the flag. He is away. He's running towards Docks. He should be able to get inside quickly enough. He should be able to get this through. This should be another cap. The only player in a position is Icy, and he is not there in time. And this is going to be a cap unless Semitic is able to be there and cut it off, but he's not. Colonial, what are you doing? You're coming through with the 4-2 lead right now. Can they continue to rally this through? Everyone is turned up on the side of Colonial Omen. You got to get something going. Semitic, you have to start picking it up. Zeus, it's got to come from the slaying. I mean, there's really no other way to put it. When you're not slaying, you're going to get pinched like this. And you're just going to allow these flag caps to continue to rally through. And finally, a two-piece will fall in. Finally, they get their hands on the flag momentarily. But this is what you need. Semitic needs to find a first kill up on this left side of trains. Because if he does, back up and wait for teammate support. That's exactly what's happening. He's backing up, pushing through docks, pushing through barrels. He has teammates there for support. They just need to get this initial break. Icy going through fire, out of position. Zeus is there, but can he find the kill? No, he can't. Semitic the only one alive, and that's another failed push from the side of Omen. They're going to pay for it, as now they just have to re-up on their base, and all that Colonial has to do is push all the way through docks, and they can get an easy crane push going, get this flag wrapped all the way through, and continue to hold down mid-statue with that FG. But Young still has the flamethrower, and this is where it gets dangerous, closing in on that 2-minute mark. If you start to feel the pressure being applied inside barrels, what do? You bring out that flamethrower, but Sloppy doing the dirty work in the back spawn of Omen. He's going to have your flag, going to go ahead and stun Boiler, and he's going to continue to run this through. He has one player to his left side of mid-statue to worry about. He's just going to try to sneak on through. Knows he's going to be challenged from the side. Going to go for the challenge, not able to win it, but it doesn't matter. You still have a 4-2 advantage, and the time is dwindling down. Zeus, one player to worry about, able to find it and connect. Conflict in a big position here. That player's not going to be challenging. That's going to be Reforms at mid-map. Reforms has 3 players all running towards that right barrels. Now, if he can just get inside fire and get set up, this is where it gets dangerous, because you just have these players funnel into your sights and then have one player being a nuisance as an aggressive sub, and he just becomes bait. He just distracts his own teammate and allows him to be that extra man down that they need just to sort of take their eyes off the FG, and they can continue to put the pressure on. But Crimson needs to find this initial break. He does just that. They get the return, and the only player in a position to make a play is Young. But again, he has the flamethrower, so I'm not too concerned with the side of Colonial. But either way, Omen, you're down by a cap. Can you make the magic happen? The only player there is going to be Zeus. Or excuse me, it's going to be Crooked. Can he find anything? He has a plate full of people he has to devour, but he's not able to do it. Zeus is able to find one before getting traded out. Semitic, the last line of offensive plays for them, and he's not able to close out the gunfight. Make sure you continue to fire. Like Chance the Catcher said, the opposing player is only dead when he drops to the ground. Reform will make him pay for it, and the body shots as well. Now making his way towards mid-statue. He's just hunting for information. 34 seconds left. It's starting to get dangerous. Icy trying to go on the long play. Semitic, the only one alive. He does stay alive. Going for the body shots, but you're losing. Okay, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You just got to make a play happen. Can they do it? Can they make a miracle? Doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it. The only player alive is going to be Zeus, and he's got the stun, but you need a touch on the flag. Here comes the break. They have the flag, and I kind of liked that play, but they just don't have the numbers to work with. They don't have the number advantage. And on the side of Crooked, if you have a stalemate, I was going to say, if you didn't have a stalemate, just jump off the map and kill yourself so you get the game over. But we have a stalemate situation, but Conflict is going to be met with so many players if he is not careful. Reformer's being chased at the moment. And this is where it gets scary, because now you basically have 1:40 to work with if we go into overtime. But is anyone in position? Icy, yeah, kind of, but he's got to get this first break. Once he picks up the skill, he's going to be called out. And that's just going to be a problem for the side of Omen. But unfortunately, he falls. Now you have to send I would send 3 players all the way over to this flag. Trust Reforms to hold his own. You got to get over. You got to hunt him down. And that's exactly what's about to happen. Sloppy's going to be there, at least at Crane. Sloppy could make a play. Sloppy could be the heroic play we need. Can he turn? Oh, and it's just the COD timing. He doesn't spot him, and that flag is just out. He picks up the kill. Sloppy finds it with the return. Is he able to find it? And I don't believe so. There's so much happening. Reform trying to stay alive, and I believe that's it. Colonial, hold on. Sloppy was the hero we needed, not the one we deserved. And he's able to find the kill on the return, and they get that flag home, and that's going to be the game. Colonial, they win the match 4-3, and they take this London Docks CTF, and they will take this series 2-0. You can't tell me that CTF isn't a good game type. You just can't. Colonial moving on to the upper part of this bracket. They will go all the way to quarterfinals. All you have is God left alive. Needs to begin to hit this long flank because you have 2 players pushing towards this east road. They have tank locked down, but there's a 4-man push again on that east road. And when you have 1 player basically siphoned out and isolated, it's easy to sort of take down cave, push your way all the way through cabin, and just stun the opposite spawn from the likes of JH3 and get a flag cap through. But now you have 2 players alive on the side of Colonial. It's going to be Young and TBE, but TBE coming off spawn, and JH3 Fraxel coming off spawn as well. So again, this is going to be a very tumultuous time for the side of Colonial. Can they respond, or is it going to be JH3 who come out on top and take this series to advance to your grand final? Yeah, we'll have to wait and see, but nonetheless, it's going to be a relatively close match. I can tell you that. If you guys are a fan of League of Legends, well, you gotta love this. You gotta love this setup. Fraxel, last alive, buddy. Gotta make something happen. Finds the initial kill, and that stops the offensive push for the moment. But here comes Shrieks. The bombardment falls down. The glide bomb connects. You gotta break through. You gotta make something happen. They can't win off these engagements, these 1v3 situations that they're putting themselves in. Crimson finds one, able to push all the way over, and he just gets annihilated. Oh my god. Alright, well, he got wiped off the face of the earth and deleted from existence. But either way, I hope you guys are able to see some actual footage on your screen, because for me, I'm basically seeing Skycam non-stop. But hopefully it all works out. This is very unfortunate. This is very unfortunate for Cockcaster. But we'll try to make it work. We'll see what can happen. We'll see what we can do. And they're just turning up at their base now. And yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good night. Right now, GH3 is doing a good job of staying alive. Let's see if I can switch over to the main stream real quick, and maybe I can get this going. Alright, so I think I can make this work. It's a little bit of a delay, but let's see if we can make it happen. Alright, so Crimson finds that kill inside a bunker. Now he has teammates in there for support. They're going to push through East Road now, trying to find that player towards the outside of Cap, but is not able to do it. And we're going to hop on board with a Fraxel. Now, just kidding. We're going to hop on board with Sand, because why not? Oh, come on, Cowcaster, work with me, please. That'd be fantastic. Bobby's in mid-map. And he's just pushing his way all the way over towards this ruin side. He's able to find a kill, I believe. And it's just, it is all types of messed up right now. Tried it, guys. I tried to be able to cast off the main side, but it's not gonna be able to do it. Can't do it. There's too much latency and delay on the stream. No one's fault. It's just Codcaster in the game. Hopefully I can get it situated, but other than that, we'll try our best. We will try our best to get this going. They are currently turtling in their base. I believe one player is going to be Godzin, and he is the only one alive. He's going to get pinched from behind, though. If he pulls his flag bunker, he's really going to have no one there for support. They have to know he's going to be pushing around towards cave. He's going to win the gunfight, so he does get the initial break, and this should be basically a clean flagpole unless Fraxel gets taken out, but he just needs to basically be a bullet sponge, and that's exactly what he's doing. And this is going to be a first cap for JH3 Sports. And they're going to go up 1-0. That's exactly what they needed. Godzin finding that initial kill, so he has the entry. Gonna get challenged from East Road. Fraxel coming in for support. I like this weaving and this play. It's like a 3-man weave out of basketball for the side of JH3 before they finally do fall. They're able to get at least some map control under their belt before they sort of gave up the position. Sloppy is still in bunker at the moment, but JH3 up 1-0 in this first side, so we'll see what can happen. But anything is possible. JH3 looking to close this out, go up 2-0 and go into the grand finals and send Colonial packing. But you gotta love Codcaster sometimes, man. You just gotta love it. Gotta love it. You guys are having, hope you guys are having a good night. You guys are having a good time. I think we've casted a lot of Call of Duty today. I don't remember what time we started, but it's been a good day. You guys are having a good time. Please, Codcaster, work. Yes, we're back! It worked! Okay, we're back in the action. All right. Well, that's exactly what we needed. Okay, we're going to stop on board with JH3 Sand. He's going to find one player over towards that cabin side. Now, this is important because if he stops his push coming towards that the left cave side, let's say, not only does he stop the push coming from left cave, but he basically eventually pushes that FG player out of position, and what that causes is an over-aggressive mentality. And then Godzin can come up for the cleanup, and they can just fix that in 2v1 situation, allow themselves to get to East Road and to go for a flag cat from the stun off spawn. But either way, Fraxel not able to clean it up momentarily, and slowly my podcast game is glitching out. There we go, we're back into the action. Young is just staying alive. There's one player pushing towards cave, and he picks up his kill, expecting to push right through into bunker and try to set himself up in a position to get this cap. That's 4 people pressuring this side of East Road, but nothing is falling just yet. Godzin finding one more player towards that tank in the initial 4th place of a hard point would normally be on this map. Oh my god, what the, what? The turn, was that a 360? Reforms? Okay. Crimson finds the kill. I don't know what I just looked at, but alright, here comes the streaks from the skies raining above. Fraxel going for the flagpole, has one player on the left, is able to find a turn and burn. Oh my god, Fraxel finds the kill, the turn and the melt. Feeling quite toasty on the side of JH3 Esports. I don't even know what's happening right now. But he looks like he's going to get the flag through. No one in there to contest. No streaks coming in to stop this push. No nades there to stop it. JH3 up 2-0 with 3:28 left in this game. And this is looking to be a bit of a blowout on this side of Colonials. They finally get their hands on the flag, but they're not able to stop it. Crimson trying to make a play towards East Road. Reforms able to find the kill. I still can't believe what I witnessed. Like, it's just wow. JH3 has the flag. He's pulling towards Ruins. Can have one player met from East Road, but Fraxel's going to take him out, so that's 2 dead, and he should have a clean cap. The only player in a position at East Road to make a play was really sloppy, and here come the streaks. That's going to be it. I'm going to stick on board with your flag here, but that flag is out. It's counter cap, but it's going to come in for the return. They should have it momentarily. I believe they will. They're going to do it. There's the cap, 3-0. This could look very, very dangerous. I'm going to stick on board with Sand. I mean, why not? He's got a cap. He's continuing to roll on a 2 streak, or 1 streak as a kill. He's just continuing life. Oh my, oh my god. The turn and burn. That's gutted at that point. This is where it gets disgusting. Oh man, JH3 putting on a show, a clinic, the likes of which I have not seen today so far. And they continue to burn. JH3 Sand just turning and burning. Everything going properly for the side of the boys. Colonial needs to pick up. They need to do something. Look, they have wanted to push over towards East Road. They're not able to have it. Sloppy needs to get inside of cave, because once he does that, he has the spawns just funneling from bunker. And if he's not able to stop those spawns coming from bunker, then he's able just to get himself in a position to play with the flag. But at least Crimson's in a position to give some support. But he's not able to do it. That flag is still out. Finally, they're able to pick up some kind of life. Youngs is able to escape with his life when they have the flag out. Can they return it? It looks like they're finally getting their flag through. Oh boy, this is definitely a sight to behold. If they can stop this push, and they're not going to be able to do it, that's going to be the first cap. So you have a minute 30 to work with, so remember, overtime is still a factor. You can pull this flag and have a minute to work with, but you got to keep it rolling. You can't stop it now, and that's 3 dead, and here comes the flagpole from Fraxel. And he's going to continue. The bullets went out towards Ruins. No one in a position to contend except for Crimson, and he needs to cut this off immediately, but he has ARs to worry about mid-map, so obviously going to get shut down. Fraxel's going to have a clean home through. That flag needs to be returned, but no one in a position except Crimson to make a play. He's going to put from behind. That's another wipe. That's it. That's going to be a flat count. That's going to be game. 4-1. JH3 Sports will win this game. 4-1. I'm calling it now. I'm being a little bit bold. I know, guys. Calm down. I'm being bold, but I'm calling it now. JH3, they're going to take this series 2-0 in a quite dominating fashion. I mean, that hard point was insane. The CTF was relatively dominant in the second side. I mean, we didn't see a lot of this aggressive gunfights in the first side of this CTF. It just wasn't there. There was not that many engagements, or maybe I couldn't physically see, but there were not that many aggressive engagements. It was a 1-0 score, or at least a 2-1 score. And now you're looking at a 4-1 victory for the side of JH3, and they'll move on to your grand final stage, waiting for the rest of this tournament to play out. And it's been a long day, but a good one. And finally, we'll close this game out momentarily. And that's going to be it. 7 seconds left. It is not physically possible to get to the flag. And that is going to do it, guys. JH3 Esports will win this one over Colonial Gaming. 4-1. They take the series 2-0. You'll move on to your grand final. against an opponent we are waiting to see. Either way, if you guys are enjoying the stream, make sure you tweet it out, like it, whatever you got to do to support us. Fantastic. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Go ahead and look at the scoreboard for you, ladies and gentlemen. 26-18 for the side of Colonial, but it wasn't enough. It was not enough from Reforms. He just couldn't hold it together with the rest of his squad. Fraxel, 22-15, 2 caps. Stan, 20-14. Everyone dropping well above 20. And Gods at 12-17. Doesn't matter. They won. They did the dirty work. And now we will throw it to a quick commercial break. And when we return, we will have your grand finals. GGEA Blue pulling away, heading into round number 8. Can they close it out? Can they take the series and be your 3K champions? Oh, it'll be a pretty sight. But we would love a round 11. I mean, I would love a round 11. It'd be great. Who wouldn't love a round 11? If you say you don't love a round 11, you're just lying. You all know it. JH 300 from one player inside bunker gets some hit markers. But Idol will find the kill. Deox trying to stay alive. Here come the streaks. Oh, when he stays alive just momentarily. As that will fall towards East Road. Recover still has the fighter pilot, and maybe he elects to use it. No one happening just yet, and he's going to go ahead and hop in. Here comes in. Godzinix will find the first kill, so he has to trade it out. He's able to find one, and not able to find anyone else. So it's now a 3-on-3 man advantage for no one. J3 is always in a perfect position to make this play, but he might have been spotted from the side. He has been. He needs to back up, and here comes the artillery. The glide bomb not able to connect. Stamina is going to punish Deox in mid-map. And now the pinch has to come in. Fraxel needs to find this kill. They have to pinch in. That bomb is down. Oh, he's going to get perfect timing here. Finds them for entry. A 2-on-1 situation. He needs to hop on the bomb and have a teammate in there for support. They have to close it out. He has 19 seconds to work with. Recover. Just needs to stay alive. Oh, he's baiting these players perfectly. He is baiting these players perfectly. I can't believe what I'm seeing. They have completely lost this round. He's baiting these players perfectly. Oh my goodness. He has just won the game. Recover. What are you doing, bud? Oh my goodness. JH3 just absolutely choked. That round. Recover just completely baited those players into oblivion. Oh man, if you guys weren't staying up, you should be awake now. That might be one of the biggest chokes I've ever seen. But congratulations to GGEA Blue as they go on to win that. The game lobby is over. It's over. 11-2 is Recover. Man. Dude, what the hell? How do you guys not like that? Oh, man. Well, that's going to conclude our 3K series brought to you by the Esports Open Tour. Remember, I'm going to give you a quick recap. 3K series is going to happen again on February 2nd. So if you didn't get involved this time and you want to get involved, you can do that on February 2nd. Coming up relatively quickly in the next 2 weeks. But as well as that, we have events happening all across the West. The first one is February 23rd through the 25th at New Jersey. You can get your passes on sale right now. Make sure you book your hotel. It's going to be a great event. We have COD and Halo happening in the same event. We're going to have a caster, an analyst booth, and table. It's going to be amazing. But if you guys want to see the best AM teams from all across the country coming out and supporting, make sure you get into this event. It's going to be a bunch of the top AM teams. You're probably going to see GGEA Blue there as well. Then we're going to be heading over to Michigan in May months or so. But again, guys, look, this is the 3K series, Esports Open Tour, a combination of the top AM organizations coming together, and you guys one place to all compete for the top AM spot in the North America region. But this entire event was fantastic. The 3K is underway. It has been completed. And congratulations to GGEA Blue. They will walk away with 3,000 pro points and $900 for first place. On the other side, you're going to be looking at JH3 walking away with about $100 and about 1,500 pro points. But either way, guys, if you guys like the stream, make sure you guys just let us know if you like the stream. We did a really good job over here. The production team was fantastic. Everyone who showed up. Thank you to all the players who came out as well today. I know it got a little bit late and grindy. But remember, the next 3K is February 2nd. So it's coming up. So if you guys want to get involved, make sure you get involved. $5 per person times 4 for our team is going to be $20 with a possible $900 payout. But either way, guys, thank you very much for watching. This has been the Esports Open Tour 3K. presented by P5 Stadios, ETG, MES, everyone involved. My name has been Spaceman. Thank you for letting me solo cast this entire event. 7 hours strong, and we did it. We closed out strong with a crazy S&D game. But congratulations, GGEA Blue. We will see you guys February 2nd with the next Esports Open Tour 3K. It's been Spaceman. And from everyone over here on the casting side,